So we've talked about how ADA just always seems to have the worst luck. It always seems to try to do the right thing at the wrong time in terms of price. And yesterday was another perfect example of this. Now, I will say there is this perfect launchpad setup that is building for ADA. And at some point, that pop is going to happen. And I want to show you guys exactly what I mean. Now, yesterday, again, ADA started doing its own thing. Went on a nice surge. You guys can see the 4-hour candle here. I mean, it was a big one. It was like probably 6-7%. Very exciting. We don't see a lot of those moves in terms of ADA, especially down here. But we got one of those candles. It was doing it while the rest of the market, frankly, wasn't doing crap. The market was just sideways. BTC wasn't doing anything. So we had a little bit of a run, a little bit of a test towards the top of our trend. Now, unfortunately, as we were doing that, guess what started dropping? BTC. BTC started correcting, and you guys can see this drop that we experienced yesterday, again, pulled the price of ADA down. That's where we're at currently, okay? Now, what I have to say is this time it wasn't such a bad thing, because what we're seeing in terms of the ADA BTC pairing is this big launchpad setup. This is our long-term trend line that we've been on here. And right now, ADA doesn't want to drop below this. Yes, we had the drop below this on kind of the shock and fear and uncertainty from what happened, several weekends ago with everything going on with Iran and Israel. The whole market kind of experienced that. But you guys can see that ADA is showing strength off this floor. It's tapped it, basically 1, 2, 3 times now. And every time we've had a nice pop off of this. Now, this was kind of a shallower one. Again, erased with what BTC was doing. I'm guessing if, BTC had continued to show strength, ADA would have separated even further and tried to, again, push past some of these levels. Now, what I will say is, even when we look across the rest of the market on the 24-hour, ADA is doing quite well. 1.8%, Toncoin's up 3.3%, BNB 1.3%, but most everything else is red. And this strength is kind of a testament to what I've been saying. You can get to a point where you're so sold off that all that's left is people that are just planning on holding anyways. It seems like that's kind of where we're at. This correlation drop that we saw here, it really only had to do with the market dropping. That's the big thing here. Now, does this mean that ADA is going to just bust and break out from here? Not necessarily. Basically, we're building into this, descending triangle. All right. Hopefully I can draw this out perfectly here. This big descending triangle that we're falling into, it still has a little bit of time to play out, probably somewhere here, middle of May. And we could break before that. We may not. We may break down, right? I know that may seem non-committal, but it's all going to depend on what BTC is doing. If Bitcoin continues to show some weakness like we were seeing back here, it's possible that we drop further. Do I see that happening? Maybe, right? This is our throwback retest for BTC. We fell back into our trend, but that actually comes to a point around the exact same time. The market's going to start to move a little differently once we get past that point, when we start to get a little bit closer to alt season. Again, at some point in the next few months here, I would expect some decorrelation to happen. Maybe assets like alt start to climb in their own ways. But we'll just have to be patient and wait and see what happens. This building point for ADA, this point of inflection, is right on our doorsteps. And at some point, don't be surprised if this move does take place and surprise a lot of people. So I appreciate you guys as always. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.